Alright, let's see if YouTube realizes we're here. Meanwhile, I'm gonna go to the multiplayer server on the Vertex server. Do I have the right overlay that tells you where we are? No, I don't think I do. Let me just quickly grab a new overlay. Where's my mouse? Mouse has decided to stay in the game. Great, let me see now, because this is the other one. I have several overlays here, actually. Let's see, overlay Minecraft, because this one doesn't say what server we're on. It should be this one then. There we go, played.vertex.net, in case you want to join. Alright, let's see, on the server I should be, yep, there we are. Let's go to the actual LANs or SMP server itself, right there. And I was at home, I believe. Yep, staring up at the ceiling. I'm gonna say hi. Alright, good. That's not going. Marvin says he's gonna be a little late. It's fine. All the noise is finally here. I was wondering why it was so quiet. I know that these guys make a lot of noise. I'm gonna go and see if we have a Discord call going. For that, I need to be here. Brandon's here. Hello. Inge's probably Inge's probably gonna join us soon-ish, and Marvin says he's gonna be a little late, so we'll see him eventually. I have tons of stuff here that I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with. And this chest is full, pretty much. Too much things. Right, fine. But I'm going to the resource world. And how are you doing today? What are you up to in Minecraft?
Nothing.
Nothing? Not working on anything? Oh, I have one crate key. And $100. Okay, that's not a whole lot. Let's go see if we can find a desert. I think we've got our resource world now. Let's go look. No, oh man, ice. I think I was here last time. That's right. Okay, so this area has a bunch of sand, but it's not quite a desert, so I'm going to throw my boat into the water. Whoop. And let's take a look. There is some stuff down there. That's interesting. Of course, while I'm paddling around, I also want to see if there's any shipwrecks. Cause you never know. Hello, says Inge in chats. Whoop. Somebody bought... Oh, we won a lot of stuff all of a sudden. I had a little bit of lag all of a sudden here. That's a lot of stuff. Wow. $5,000, fox egg, cat egg, pig eggs, more 5,000, cow eggs, horse egg, mule eggs. That's a lot of eggs. How? And a chibi zombie pet. That's a lot of stuff. And all within a couple seconds.
Hi.
Hello.
Still had to put the sound on.
You had to cook what?
Put the sound on the voice channel.
Oh, yep.
I was still in my own little world.
Oh, stuck in your own little bubble.
Yeah, but the resource world's not been reset yet. I guess
It hasn't.
busy.
Oh, okay. Well,
No, it hasn't.
we'll just look around. There might still be some fun things to explore.
Let me know if you see something that's easy to spot and it looks totally out of place. Because that's sort of a little riddle that Quimbley left me with last night.
Something that seems out of place.
I don't know what it is.
Okay, well, I'll keep my eyes open just in case I see something very unusual. I'll let you know.
Something really out of place.
Mm-hmm.
That, of course, I can't stop looking for it.
No, now we need to know what it is. Did they hide a present for you there? I see something here, but that's natural occurring, I think. But what is it? It's under the ice. This looks like a fun place, although it might be covered in nothing but zombies. Let's take a look. Oh, there's tons. Oh, hello. Yep. Lots of them. Rip. Okay, no, that's not it. Polar bear. Oh. This area is frozen solid. Not too interested in the huge frozen spikes.
Oh, I've been here before. This is so nice.
This looks like
found such a nice place for a base. If only it wasn't in a resource world.
I see a rather large portal here, which is interesting. You may not have seen this yet because I see that the gold is still here. But is there a chest?
Oh, I'm sure I missed that one. Because it would be gone if I had seen it first.
I think so. So I'm going to see if there's still a chest.
I'm such a hoarder. You have no idea.
Is there any chests here? Yeah, there's one. Get out of here. Okay, well, some pants and some stuff. Nothing super interesting in here. I think that's it as well, but I can try to grab this gold, maybe? Oh, yep. Yep, got that one too. Alright. Being pulled under by the magma blocks. But that thing is fairly obvious, so I think not too many people have been in this area, or at least not looked around in the water.
You know, I was surprised earlier as well, because I even found, I could see, you know, because of the a lava stream starting, there were places people haven't even been to yet.
Right, so it's not a given that everything has been explored in the first 2 weeks. A lot of people fly around with elytras, but it doesn't mean they see everything, so it's always a good idea to just take it a little slower, look around, see.
Also, you know, it's very hard to remember where you've been, unless you have a really thorough system, which I don't.
This looks very out of place, but I think this is a naturally occurring shipwreck that's just spawned in upside down. So I'm going to explore that.
I just found a shipwreck that hadn't been looted yet. Kind of weird.
At least this one is easy to get through. I just didn't bring my axe. Nope. Okay, that's fine. Let's see. There, here's a chest. Chest is upright though. Got some poisonous potatoes, leather cap, curse of vanishing. Don't think I want that. Okay. And a chest over here. Oop, nope. Give me back my thing. And a treasure map. Okay. That might be interesting. I see 2 chests. I think that's all there is here. Could swim underneath. See if there's anything else. Probably not above. Nope. No, I don't think there's anything there. Okay.
Hello?
Hey.
Oh,
good evening. Oh, here's the buried treasure map. Did you think something?
I'm on my phone right now, so...
Oh.
The whole location has been ransacked, so there's not going to be any treasure there.
Oh, here is my thing. I'm just going to grab my pickaxe. Alright, taking a look around. You're on your phone. Are you on your way to your dad's, or where are you now?
No, I'm still home. Like, the weather was kind of crappy and my muscles still hurt. So it's kind of like, I checked the weather and it's like, yeah, it's going to be horrible weather in the weekend. It's like, yeah, not going to happen.
Okay, never mind. Yeah, some other time.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been all in bed all day. Like, I'm just not feeling that hot right now.
Ooh, ocean monument.
Better to take it easy.
Yeah.
But
I don't know, my muscles just don't feel right.
No? Maybe you got like a fever or something going on?
No, not really a fever. It's just like I've been stressed out and been active, and then when I had to do the workout video when it was time to go hard. I was already busy all freaking day.
Mm-hmm.
And then doing the exercise on top of that was a little bit too much. And yeah, my muscles are just kind of overused. And my back feels kind of weird. So, but it's just a cold, I think.
They're over it. Maybe tomorrow. I'm gonna see if I can sleep here, by the way. Whoop. Look at that.
Is the audio okay, by the way?
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's better than when you're sitting behind your PC. At least I think you're further away from the microphone normally.
Okay. Well, this is the first time I ever used Discord on my phone, so I'm not 100% sure.
But are you in the game or are you just in the call?
No, I'm in the kitchen.
In the kitchen,
And
huh?
I'm having like a wired headset,
Mm-hmm.
so I'm just trying to make food. I'm not sure how the settings work because I never actually used Discord on my phone before.
Skipping time, it says. Hopefully the night will end soon here. Oh, there we go. Very good. I'm just on the resource world trying to sleep through the night in the meantime. And this looks like another portal, but it may or may not have been ransacked. I do still see a chest here. Oh no, not a chest, a golden block.
Let's see. I'm still going over some of these settings, to be honest.
Mm-hmm. Come on. I want to dig this thing up.
Voice output. Do I need to crank that up, or is it still okay?
I think it's loud enough. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
Oh, it's cool.
Yeah.
I can hear you.
I think it's good the
good.
way it is. Where's my chest? Here. Or my chest, my boat. Alright, so there wasn't actually a chest there, but I did get a nice block of gold from that, at least. I haven't seen anything very unusual yet, though, Inga, but I'm still looking.
No, me neither.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I saw you guys had some questions on the video that I made.
Yeah, like
You want me to answer them now?
if you like, because I'm not sure how you're planning on digging through cement or concrete rather, because you need equipment for that, I think.
Yeah, I have the tools for it to do it. Like I have like a precision tool as well, like a multi-tool.
Mm-hmm.
And like it's just like I have to cut out a line. I don't necessarily have to break open the entirety of the floor.
Mm-hmm.
I just need to make a groove or like a line in the place so I can put the cable in.
Mm-hmm. But
And
is
then I can fill it up with cement again.
But there aren't like any previous cables that already go to the shed that may have like something that they run through? I'm gonna attack this guy in the
That's
meantime.
the thing. Like, this is a pretty old home, and I already checked where the cable from the shed comes in, and it's hooked up to the behind the sink in the cement wall.
Yeah.
So there's no way for me to either pull it out or make another cable. And the thing is that because it's a cable that goes back, as in like it's gonna deliver power back, it needs to have a separate connection, because if I put it on the same connection, it's gonna overload that cable. And I need a 3-phase cable instead of a 1-phase cable.
Okay.
It's just gonna be too much of a load on the cable itself. And the shed, the kitchen, the toilet, and the hallway are all one group. So it's kind of like pretty bad in general. So I have to put a new cable in. And there's no other way. Like this house should have a crawl space, but the previous owner literally cemented it tight. So that these tiles that are in the house right now are done by the previous owner. And yeah, if I want to, I can break them out and put something else. But if you look at the kitchen itself, like you have the tiles, and where the stove stands, that's just concrete, like naked concrete. So if I decide to pull out all these tiles and put concrete in it again, then it should be fine. I could just put something else over it, like Novolon or like Zell or whatever you want to call that.
Yeah.
And it should be perfectly fine.
Hopefully.
So I'm not too worried about it. Like I will ask for permission, but I already have permission for my electrical stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to make sure if I have the permission to break the floor open. But I think I already asked that question when I when I rented this house. It's like, yeah, if you want, you can break out the tiles and put something else in. So I think I already have permission for that.
Yeah,
As far as the
tiles.
shed goes, the first shed, the closest to my house, is the shed that it's my own responsibility. I can do whatever I want with it. I can break it down. I can like extend it, and that's all my doing. But the back shed
Mm-hmm.
with the wobbly roof, so to say,
Yeah.
that's from the landlord itself. So if I want to do anything on that one, I need to ask permission.
Right. Just I think removing tiles is a slightly different thing than removing whole pieces of the floor, so they might not agree with that. That's why I was like, oh, does your landlord agree with this? Because you could get in trouble if they later find out that you've dug a groove in the floor that they did not agree with.
As long as if I fill it back up again, it's fine. Because if I look at, if I lift up where my water meter is, there's an actual old gas pipe literally going into the floor. So if I break open the floor, I will probably find that same pipe again. They just cut it off and it's all rusted and literally rotting away. So, but the way that this is built, it's really old. And like I mentioned before, as far as the floor goes, I could literally take out the tiles and put something else in.
Mm-hmm.
But since I can take out the tiles, I might as well put a cable down there. It shouldn't really matter.
Okay. Well, as long as it doesn't get you in trouble.
Now, first I'm gonna try to dig a hole to see if I can get under the house.
Mm-hmm.
And if I'm able to get under the house, I don't need to break open my floor. But if I cannot get under the house, then I'll just break open the floor a bit and put the cable in and fill it up with cement again, or concrete, or whatever you want to call it.
I think I already...
But I'll do that in a line as closest to the kitchen itself, so they can't really complain then.
I've been here already, I think. Yeah. Right. Okay.
But I'll ask for permission when it actually comes down to it. Like, digging a hole is going to take me at least a month.
Mm-hmm.
And I still have 3 months from now in order to like get that cable into the floor. So
right. And suits, we thought that might be good if you went and looked at like a secondhand store, or maybe Marktplaats is a pretty good place for stuff because you don't have to buy a whole new suit for one day. That would be a huge waste of money, I think.
yeah, it's not just for one day. It's going to be more of a general suit. It's not like, oh, I'm going to just buy a suit just for that single day. It's going to be more like a multiple use type of suit that I can wear at like special occasions, kind of like gatherings or weddings and that kind of stuff. It's more of a general suit because I don't own one.
No.
Like if I ever have to go to my dad's funeral or my mom's funeral, I mean, they're not going to live forever. So then I can wear that suit as well. It's more of a multi-use type of suit.
Oh, yeah. Well, you can get pretty good ones at secondhand stores too for like less. That'll last you just as long as a new one, so might be worth checking out.
I'm letting my dad handle that kind of stuff. Like I already talked it over with him, and he said, "Yeah, well, I know a couple of places where you can get very cheap suits that will last you longer because, he also runs his own company, and he also has to look presentative when he goes out because he's kind of like being hired by other companies. So he needs to look representative now and then. So, and it's basically what he did before is like just be representable. So I'll just leave it to him since he has more knowledge about this type of stuff than I do. Like it depends on what type of material you pick, and if you pick the wrong material, then you're basically screwed.
Okay.
Like you want material that if you wear it and you like make a turn or walk a couple of steps, that there are all wrinkles everywhere. You don't want that, so you need kind of like a heavier material or something like that. He was talking about. So yeah, I have no knowledge about this stuff, but he knows way more about this stuff than I do. So I'll just leave it to him.
What is this? Fortune 3. Oh, nice. Okay. Well, that's it. Those are my questions anyway. I don't know if Inga had any other ideas.
No, don't think so. But I was like you, would be, if you're gonna wear the suit more often, fine. But to be honest, my father, yeah, he worked in an office and he had he was a sales guy, so he wore suits. But my brothers actually never wore suits. They all wore like good-looking pants with a separate blazer, or interchangeable with other stuff.
Yeah.
So, and then it's just not as expensive as usually.
My dad even stopped dropping like names of companies that made specific suits. It was like, yeah, okay, that's way too much info. I have no idea what you're talking about. It's like, yeah, you need this brand, and because they are made for this type of quality and stuff. It's like, okay, that's way too much. I'll just leave it in your capable hands. So let's leave it at that.
Right.
So yeah, I'm completely clueless if it comes to that. But we literally start sprouting like really complicated name brands. Is like, yeah, this brand is basically makes these type of suits, this brand makes that type of suits, and every type of suits has their own class. And you want a suit that doesn't wrinkle if you just sit down and stand up again. You need like a different material and that kind of stuff. It's like, okay, just leave it to you then.
Leave it to
like
Beaver.
He's way more knowledgeable than me.
But I'm hearing that if you were to go out and buy your own suit, it would probably get disapproved of because he has more ideas about suits.
No, it's like I have no idea about the materials that the suits are made of. Like, if it were me, I would just go to the Zeeman or some other cheap ass store and just get a suit,
Right. Well, that's the thing with secondhand stores. People turn in suits of all kinds of quality, so you could get a really good suit for a good price. That's why I'm asking if you could, or if you want to go check that out.
Oh, we're definitely gonna check it out. But like I said, like my dad has more knowledge about these type of things than I do. And yeah, the suit may look nice and whatnot, but if it's really so-called crappy quality, then you wear it one time, you go sit in a car and you stand up and there are all wrinkles all over your suit. Yeah, you don't want that.
Or you wear it, you wash it, and it's 2 sizes too small now, or something like that.
Yeah, and apparently some suits, when you wear them, if you wear them more than once, then they're basically gonna break down. So I've heard.
Cheap construction.
Yeah, like at least that kind of stuff that I've heard. Like, you can get relatively cheap suits, but if you wash them once or twice or wear them more than 3 times, then that's it. That suit is done.
Wow.
But like I said, I have not much knowledge about this stuff, but it's the type how they were designed and how they're created, and how strong the lines are, as in like the sewing lines.
Usually it'll
like you don't want it to tear,
What's that?
It'll mostly be on the materials used, usually anyway.
Yep. The materials and the construction.
I also don't want them to fade either, so.
That's
like
why
some
my
suits will actually fade.
to buy cheap stuff, because they had both had training in clothing and materials and all that. My mom used to work for a fabric store in the beginning when she started working again. So she would always, when we went to the shops, when your parents would take you to the shops to buy new clothes. She would always make me, I liked it. Don't get me wrong. But they would make you feel the fabrics and tell you what it was.
Great.
Stuff like that.
Yes.
It's quite good.
Like my dad also said, like if you're going to buy a suit, you must feel it and wear it. And if you don't like it or you're not in love with it, so to say, then don't buy it.
True. Because then you're not going to wear it.
Yeah. Well, it's not only that. It's just like, it's your suit, you know? And if you buy something you don't like, then, yeah, why even bother?
I have 5 stacks of shirts and t-shirts ready to go to, Goodwill, charity or whatever, because I don't wear them.
I don't have any. I just have like maybe 8 shirts, 5 type of pants. 3 of them are my army pants, and 2 black pants, and that's it. If it comes to sweaters, I think I only have like 2. I'm not sure. Like I rarely wear sweaters. Like one of them is my fairy tale one. Then I have which one is the other? Yeah, the one that I got from my ex-girlfriend. Back then she was my girlfriend, but anyway, which I still have. And then I kind of have like a wool one, but I never wear that one.
No? Okay, I have tons of sweaters, particularly in the winter. I always get new ones.
Yeah, I'm a really cheapskate. I always had like secondhand. I never actually got something new. The only thing that I bought new myself was the fairy tale one, and that's it. I never actually bought something for myself if it comes to clothing. Except for socks and underwear, of course, but that's about it. I really should buy some more clothes, but not this month. I'm a little bit too far in the red.
Not now. Put this over here. Alright, very good. Alright.
Oh yeah. Have you guys seen the news yesterday?
No.
I just heard on the news yesterday that the groceries are gonna get even more expensive than they already are. They just announced it yesterday.
Yeah, there was like a
okay.
issue in Spain with the weather that made things short supply and all that sort of thing, so it doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, but that's not it. That's not all of it. Like, yeah, they were talking about it yesterday on the news. It was like, okay, great. You know, people are already struggling to buy food, and now it's getting even more expensive. Like, I bought some bread buns like 2 days ago. They're like almost €4.50. It's like, what the hell? And it's gonna get even more expensive. It's not gonna be surprising if you pay €5 for bread these days. It's that absurd.
Yeah. Time not to buy bread anymore, then, I guess, and everything else.
Yeah, everything gets more expensive. It's just absurd.
And your power bill's
and then
going
they
up.
wonder why people. Yeah.
Everything's going up.
So that's also one of the reasons why I have to get that power fixed, because if I don't, I won't be able to pay the bill anymore.
Yeah.
It's gonna get way too expensive.
I'd like switch to like only using my washing machine for laundry if it's really laundry that has a lot of stains in it, and if it's just kind of like, oh, it needs a bit of freshening up, I'm like doing manual washing now, like hand washing. That takes a lot less water and a lot less power, pretty much no power, so that saves on the electricity bill as well.
I'm lucky that I have solar panels. Like yesterday, I generated a lot of power. Today, I also generated quite a bit of power. So I literally used that timestamp to do the washing. So I gave less power back to the company, because if you give power back, it's not as much as you have to import, you know? It's just kind of sad.
Well, it's going to get worse.
I know. That's why I want to go off grid.
off-grid in the middle of town.
Yep. Well, it is doable. Like, I reduced my power consumption significantly compared to the old place.
Mm-hmm.
And
Well,
with the extension that I'm going to build, it's going to get even better. Like, the only thing that I have concerns about is my gas bill. Because I'm still using gas for heating and warm water.
yeah.
But I can fix the heating by just buying some electrical heaters. Because I can just run that when the sun shines or when I'm generating power from the solar.
Mm-hmm.
So I can fix the heating. So I only have to deal with the warm water gas usage.
Ooh, stuff over here is on fire. I'm actually trying to heat things less, so things that I would normally cook, like I can buy, you can buy pre-cooked eggs, for instance, that are about the same price as the same amount of eggs uncooked in some places. So I just buy those, and then I have pre-boiled eggs, don't have to boil them anymore, that type of stuff. And I just generally eat less things that need extensive heating, just small things like that.
I'm using that electric vest that I have that runs on USB. I'm actually using that quite often these days because it's a lot cheaper than actually heating the house.
Yeah, for sure. You'll have to heat the small space that's around your body instead of the entire house. That's going to take a lot less power.
Even now, I'm just using my computer to heat the house or the room that I'm in, which is kind of absurd.
TomTom's here. Hello, TomTom.
Hello.
Hi, TomTom.
Oh, it started to get dark again.
Yeah, my computer won't heat up my house then.
No, I'm only running the laptop. It's not going to happen.
Yeah, the laptop, and I got very high ceilings. It's an old house.
Yeah, insulation is also a thing.
I have to giggle when Marvin says he has an older house. Well,
yeah, I think it's maybe from the 70s.
House. Mine was built in 1937.
Okay.
That's old.
I don't know how old this one is, to be honest.
It looks
but
like it's
old, like
from the 70s or something. Maybe. Maybe the 80s even with that style.
Yeah, could be, or...
In any case, it's not ancient, that's for sure. Because I used to spend... I lived for some time with my grandma's house that was built in 35? I don't know, sometime during the war. And that was definitely a lot older and single pane glass and no insulation, that sort of thing. They didn't even have a bathroom initially, so they had a shower upstairs that used to just be a cupboard that was refurbished to make it into a shower. That's an old house, basically.
Yeah. That's old.
That's funny. I was actually looking at some old houses today because I'm thinking about if I'm going to move at some point, I want a house that's like all the same floor and possibly also a ground floor so I don't have to depend on elevators in apartment buildings getting knocked out, so to speak. So I'm looking at very old houses as well because they tend to have everything same floor and just a bit of storage. And you see some really old ones. I'm looking at one that's like a monument from 1780 or something. That's really old. Had everything on the same floor. And very small, of course. But, you know, that's not really a problem for me being a single person anyway. But they have a nice character to them as well. I like them for that reason. But I think eventually I want to buy something like that that's probably a little bit better maintained than the one I was looking at today. Because, of course, it's very old and not everybody maintains it quite the same way. But maybe someday. That'll be fun. I like houses with a bit of character.
Yeah, I don't like new built houses, to be honest. I like old houses. And yeah, some need work, but that's fine.
The farm that I used to live on was actually on the monuments list, but when we had to move, the new owner actually broke it down, which was basically against the rules. But yeah, oops, the wall fell over, you know, that kind of thing.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And
Accidentally.
yeah, it was a house from, I think, 1863, I think?
Mm-hmm.
Or was it 1783? I can't remember. It was old.
Let's see why this place is burning. Oh, it's just a lava pool. Okay. Well, there is a portal thing over here. That might also be the
Are we
reason.
looking into replacing the windows again? Because they replaced the whole front windows when just before I bought this place.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, that was about 30 years ago already. So yeah, they need some upgrading.
Oh, you've lived there for 30 years? Huh.
Sorry?
You lived there for 30 years? Look at this.
No, a little bit. I think 28 years, maybe.
Okay.
That long?
I have cocoa beans that are growing on nothing. That's interesting. See this?
Oh, that's cool. It's floating.
Yeah. Weird. Just leave it there, I guess. But I really want to get to this chest. If I can do so without burning, that'd be great.
Have you got a bucket of water?
No, but I can go in between. Ooh, golden carrots and a sword. Oh, this one's better than what I have, I think. Put that there. Fortune shovel, sure, I'll take that. And the rest are some obsidian here. If you wanted to complete the portal, I guess you could do that. And flint and steel. Let's do that real quick, because it's here. Why not?
Golden carrot?
Yep.
Nice.
Let's see if we have enough, actually. Because you need 2 spaces. Yeah. Yeah. Choop. Oh, that's not what I meant. Oh, this stuff's here. Oh, that's not actually obsidian? No.
That's crying obsidian.
Huh. Get out of here. Go cry somewhere else.
Oh, I like that stuff. Don't you think it's pretty?
Let's see if it works. Yeah, there it is. Ow.
Are you making a portal?
Hmm?
Are you making a portal?
Yeah, I just thought I would complete it because there was a bunch of obsidian already sitting there.
Okay.
And a lighter, so why not? There. Ta-da, obsidian tree. Alright, so that's done. Now let's go back, so I only really came here to see why it was burning. Now we know. Of course, this is a jungle biome, so there's like a lot of stuff close together. This is going to keep burning for some time. Oh, I got a sapling. I was going that way. Oh, this fire goes very far. This entire zone is on fire. Weird. Okay, fine.
Let's see if I can switch.
There we go.
Opa. See, now you sound further away. I think you're on your computer now?
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Because the microphone is above my head.
Above your head.
What did you do?
Hmm?
What did you do to get the advanced who's cutting onions?
Pick up the crying stuff. Crying obsidian.
Oh, because you're crying. Yeah.
Mm-mm.
That's cool. Jeez, I'm cold. I got things wrong, but I'm still cold.
Oh, yeah. Oh, all this stuff is burning. Yeah, insulation, I think, is also an important thing. aside from just heating.
Yeah, and that's sadly lacking in those windows we have here. You see, they are double glazed, but yeah, they're just not ideal. But you know, that'll be maybe for next year. We're not super quick in decision making, and we don't want to get anybody into trouble, because you know
Is this better?
be able to pay it out of cash that we have in the association, so we'll have to each pitch in.
Yeah, homeowners associations always work like that.
Yeah, that's
We have
My old home situation was so bad.
Like those are also rental apartments, right? Where you were before? Yeah.
There was also rental, but the company in itself was horrible. Like my next door neighbor
Raiders.
was without a heater for 3 years straight, which is absurd.
Yeah, I remember you telling us. That's terrible.
I wonder if they got a heater before this winter then. Although this winter wasn't super bad, but would be nice to have heat in the winter.
They fix it now. But still, if I had known about it sooner, I would have fixed it.
Yeah? What was wrong with their heater then?
They were missing a screw or a bolt. And they had to order it. It's like, dude, just go to the do-it-yourself shop and get it.
Well, maybe they're not super handy. Not everybody has like super technical skills and all that.
They're just hired people, but still, I mean, there's no way it can take 3 years to get one single bolt.
No, they just forgot about it.
If you don't complain every day, you don't do anything.
Even when she was complaining about it, it's like, hey, it's been a couple of months now, and then it went into year, and then 2 years, and then 3 years, and then her children started to step in when they found out. And then they were literally like threatening to sue them.
Well,
and then it was fixed in the next day.
Done that.
I mean, you know,
in the cold like that, that's crazy.
That gets worse. Like my dad's girlfriend's friend had a leak in her roof, and they refused to fix it. And literally, like 3 months later, it's still not fixed.
Things like, what do you mean you refuse to fix it? What's going on?
You can report them to the city.
It could be that this was an older building. Often the landowners and stuff, they don't tend to spend a lot of effort on older buildings. They just kind of want to sell it off as soon as somebody moves out.
You got to force them.
Yeah, but just in general, this particular home company is just bad in general. Like, a lot of people know about it, and it's just bad. Like, even when they break something, like they hire people and they break something, like your floor, because they hit like a water pipe, they refuse to take responsibility for it.
Well, no, that's the easy part about hiring a company to do it for you, of course. We didn't do that.
Well, the landlord hired the company.
Yeah.
But, yeah, they hit a water pipe, and because she had a wooden floor, they broke literally the floor, like the wood started to crawl up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And basically you got water damage. And they refuse to take responsibility. Yeah, not our problem, your floor. Excuse me, you hired the company that made the damages.
Ultimately, you have to talk to the insurance guys, though. And they'll sort it out between them. That's the only way.
Yeah, well, they told them, well, it's the landlord's problem. They need to fix it.
And the landlord said, I didn't tell you to put the wood floor in, that type of thing. And then it's like this back and forth between you and the landlord.
Yeah.
They always have some way to get out of it.
It gets even worse. Like, one of these workers actually sat on the table and broke the table. And it was like, yeah, well, not our problem. I mean, you broke the table. you should fix it. You know.
This should have a
And then they
liability
had to,
for that.
and then they settled on a settlement or something like that, like half and half, even though they were fully responsible.
Crazy. I would have never.
It's absurd. Like, if you really want to fight it in court, then you would have probably won. But yeah, they're just trying to, like, oh, you know what? Here's some money. Just keep quiet. You know, something like that.
Yeah,
that's just how they work.
A letter from a lawyer will usually settle that kind of stuff, and they will pay up. Because all they have to do is talk to their insurer, and it'll be done. It's not that hard.
It was the same with my living condition. Like, shit was broken, and I wanted to be fixed, and they refused to fix it. And then I was threatening to sue them, and then suddenly they can fix it. It's like, okay, why? Why do I have to go this route?
Well, yeah, because they rely on people not really wanting to take it that far, and then they can just kind of dismiss them. So if you actually pull a lawyer out, they're like, okay, I guess we'll have to do something now. Otherwise, they're not going to do anything. They don't have to.
They're responsible for it.
Sure.
Yeah, they don't.
They don't care.
It's money, Marvin, so they will try to get out of it.
Well, of course, I already knew that, but still, I mean, it's absurd that you have to go through these routes. Like, most people don't even know that they have the right to sue them. Because it's their responsibility. It's even in the contract. And most of this stuff, they set it up in such a way, which was the case in my case, that they have loopholes. You know? I was unable to live in my old place, and technically, according to the law, I should have been allowed to have a moving, what do you call it?
Yeah, it's like
reimbursement.
They pay to move.
Yeah, they should have paid for me to move because it's a forced move, and because of their schemes, so to say, and their loopholes, they managed to get under. They were able to, like, completely dismiss the whole situation.
Right.
I sent my lawyer on it. It's like, yeah, well, due to the loopholes, I can't do anything for you. Like, oh, great, you know.
Yeah, they know what they're doing. It's not like they're not aware that they're doing things that are wrong.
Experience.
That's how they run their business.
It's just very dirty, you know. Like, it's inhumane, and yet they get away with it because there's no physical law that prevents them from doing it. And that's one of those loopholes.
Yeah.
You know, they're responsible, but due to the loophole, they can get underneath it. You know, they don't have to pay.
Yep.
Which is absurd. Like, I'm lucky that that I didn't have to pay at least 1 month worth of rent, and that they actually sent me some money back. You know, but other than that, like, they make so many promises, and, well, you guys probably seen the videos about it. It's just absurd how it went, you know? It's inhumane.
I got a slime ball.
Uh-oh. Well, that's just the business practices.
Yep.
But one day they will probably, like, go against somebody, and they will just screw over the wrong person, you know?
Yeah, karma will get them.
Possibly,
eventually.
but the type of people that end up in apartments like that don't tend to have a lot of money anyway, and therefore also not a lot of legal leeway, so to speak. So I don't think the type of person that would go against them to such an extent would actually rent one of their places. I think they kind of bank on that as well.
It's the thing that they are responsible by law for certain things. And the problem is you need to be able to prove it. And most people don't have enough proof.
Right.
Like, for example, I had a leakage, or my bottom neighbor had leakage, and that was from the condense on the windows that was dripping down. And that was in such an amount that it was a leakage. Like, it was literally buckets of water.
Technically, that's not a leak, Marvin. That's condensation. That's not a leak.
They'll say you can always dry your windows.
Yeah, but it's single glass, there was no stopping that. But even so, they were breaking open my balcony, in order to fix it. But it's like, hey, that's not the issue. It's like, it is this and this and this. Like, yeah, well, vent more. I mean, what do you mean vent more? If the wind blows, you can feel a draft.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's just
There's nothing to vent. So they are planning to fix it now, due to the renovations that are planning, but you're already too late.
Mm-hmm.
And there's also some other stuff, you know. It's like the door, for an example, the whole door. Like it's a shared door, okay? At some point, it was jamming and people could not open or exit. But that's roughly the only door that people can get out when there's a fire, or they have to crawl through their windows.
Mm-hmm.
They're responsible for that kind of stuff. And even a couple of, like a street further, there was this fire hole that was locked up most of the time. So in case of an emergency, people could not get through it because they locked it, which was basically against the rule.
Mm-hmm.
They're responsible for that, and they just completely lack the the humanity to like fix it properly.
Yeah.
And there are like many other stuff, like the place where my brother used to live. Like the fire department already like spoken to the landlord about that it is a fire hazard and it was not safe. And they did nothing to fix that. Absolutely nothing.
Well, if they've already
That's
had a
how
warning
lax they
from
are.
the fire department, then you can contact the fire department again, and then they'll get a fine. And then if they don't fix it, get another fine and a bigger fine. Because eventually,
I think they did get a fine, but they just didn't care.
Well, then the fine's not big enough, because if the fine gets big enough, then suddenly everything is fixed.
I agree.
Yeah, well, that's how they are. You know, they just don't care.
Mm-hmm. Well, the only way I see one of those companies really getting scared, I guess, if somebody's parents lives in one of those apartments and they themselves are some type of high-shot lawyer with a bunch of money and they're able to like handle it or something, because most tenants are not going to do anything.
Yeah, like I said, one day they will come across the wrong person.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like for example, the daughter of a well-known lawyer or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, some relative.
But yeah, it's just really bad how the whole thing is. But they're known for it. Everybody complains about it, but yeah, nobody else is doing something about it because of the loopholes that they have. Like these loopholes are so convenient for them, you know. It's like you need to study law in order to actually catch them in the act.
Well, it's all technicalities. Like with that condensation on the window, you could clean the windows every time. It doesn't mean that that's like a permanent fix, but it's an option. So they've given you an option to deal with it. And then they're like, okay, we've done our part. And then they can just keep leaving it like that, I guess. They can get away with it.
Mm-hmm.
So as long as they can suggest things like that, then there's nothing that's going to change, pretty much. Ooh, a mountain village. That's fun.
Yeah, that kind of stuff, you know. They're just like, if you know your rights and you know that they are responsible for it, and you need to force them, they will do it. But if you don't know it, they can get away with it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
That's literally how they operate. And it's absurd.
Yep.
That's the way money talks.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like with that building in Florida that came down, I think was last year or the year before, because that was a situation where the ocean water was already leaking into the basement, like the garage that they had there. And people knew about that for a very long time. People had been making videos about like puddles appearing and all that sort of thing, and the salt water was corroding all the metal rebars that's in the cement and stuff like that. That was well known beforehand, but everybody's just kind of like, well, that's expensive. We'll do a patch here and there, and that'll have to do, I guess. And then eventually it gets too much, and then the entire thing comes down. And then everybody's like, oh, they should have done this, they should have done that. Well, they knew all of that, but they just didn't do it because it would cost too much.
Exactly.
But even if the house itself is not safe to live in, they just don't care.
Nope.
You really have to force them, which is absolutely absurd.
No, it comes down to money every time.
Yep.
Like,
Absolutely.
was that a 2008 crash Wall Street or something? Like everybody lost their money and all that sort of thing, and they sent one guy to jail, and they were just a scapegoat when the entire Wall Street phenomenon was to blame. But they can't send everybody to jail, so they just pick one person, and they're sent as the guilty party. Everybody else just goes back to work, pretty much.
Exactly. Business as usual.
You know what I really found interesting?
Sleeping. Oh, thank goodness.
Hmm.
Is the fact
I'm floating around in the dark ocean with a drowned. Woo, sorry.
What's that? Woo! It's getting exciting over there.
I thought I was picking up a lost block, but it was one of those drowns.
Oh.
No.
Hey, you lost
Get
block.
away.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the funniest thing that I found when these higher companies or these high investors
Mm-hmm.
were literally like trying to crash. What's that gamer shop called again? Like,
Yeah.
Game Shop or something like that.
GameStop, I think.
Yeah, they tried to manipulate the market to make it crash, and then suddenly, like people started to step in that were not professional investors,
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of people lost their money.
Yeah.
And then they actually blocked the accounts of people that actually invested in that GameStop, so they could not get to their money. And they
Mm-hmm.
actually removed some of it. There was like this whole thing going on over the internet. It's like, yeah, you can't do that, you know.
Yeah, they were trying to bet against GameStop, basically, and other businesses like it, and then other places, like the people who were trying to play with them, so to speak, started buying up all the stocks, so the people who were trying to bet against GameStop couldn't buy their stock back and had to pay a whole bunch of money.
Mhm.
So they were trying to crash the people that were betting against these stocks. And of course, GameStop is a game store, and a lot of people online like games. So if you attack something like that they have fond memories of, then everybody comes out in full force. So that explained that whole phenomena. It's kind of fun to watch.
Yeah.
How a bunch of
But yeah,
random
when
gamers can make investors panic.
Yeah, and when they tried to sell the stocks back, they couldn't because the app owners
Mm-hmm.
blocked people from selling the stocks or removed some of the stocks that they owned because they were like panicking and whatnot.
Yeah, Robinhood,
which was
I think.
illegal. So they were, so they had to like pay them back, and it was like this whole thing going on.
Mm-hmm.
Well, people just got millionaires out of nowhere just by doing that. I just laughed my ass off when I heard about it. It's like, yeah, serves you right, you know.
Yeah.
All these big companies crying, there goes my money. Well, you're just screwed with the wrong people, I guess.
Yeah, wrong company.
Yeah, it's just absurd.
But stuff like that happens all the time, like the regularly gamble away retirement funds and stuff like that. All these people that are supposed to retire on that money, they're just out of luck.
Yep.
Good luck. See if you can keep working until you're 75th or something. Enjoy. They don't care.
That reminds me of an episode of South Park. Yeah, we're just gonna invest the money and poof, it's gone.
And
what do you mean it's gone?
Yeah.
It's gone.
Mm-hmm. Oh, no, that's not an ocean. So far, I haven't seen anything super interesting on the resource world, so maybe I'm just walking around the wrong area.
Nothing out of place?
Nope.
Well, to be honest, I've already recovered 2 treasure chests
Hmm.
so far, which is, I find that surprising for a resource world that is a month old.
Yeah, maybe there just aren't that many people exploring right now.
I guess.
Didn't it get resetted?
Not yet.
No, not yet. I think V is busy.
Ah.
I haven't seen him on the past week or so.
Ah, there we go. Placed the boat and jumped right in.
I have to go. They're delivering oxygen today.
Okay.
All right.
Good luck.
Later.
See you next week. I'm just gonna do a little bit more exploring. And there's a thing. Oh, this is one of those places with the drowners again. How many are there?
Oh, yeah, I forgot. I can actually use my other microphone if I really wanted to.
Ooh, there's 3. And one of them is throwing stuff at me. Bonk. Oh, there you are. Hello. Come here. Come here. Ow. Come here. Die. Ooh.
Oh, there's 3 of them. Well, now.
Oh, it's getting very busy now.
Be careful that you won't die.
I still have one.
Health.
Oh, I have a heart. Oh, hang on.
See?
Post-mortal.
That's why you go, oh.
But then I have all that stuff on me, I think.
Mortal. Oh, impaled. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh my goodness.
Oh well. It was fun while it lasted.
I did warn you.
I have so much stuff though.
I don't like the rounds.
Totem cooldown 9 minutes. Also,
Oh,
I
you
don't
died
know.
twice then?
I have 2 of those things in my inventory. 2 totems.
Yeah, but you used one at least. So you died twice.
Yeah, because I had 1 totem that was used up. And then I didn't have a whole lot of health, I guess, for totem number 2. I'm not sure where I'm going. If this is the right way. But the bee in the water is near where I was earlier, so maybe it is. La, la, la. Just swimming around with a piece of paper. Of course, it doesn't tell me if I'm headed the right way.
Wasn't it F3 or something like that you can see the coordinates?
Yeah, coordinates, but not of the death location, I think.
That location should state in the chat.
Yeah,
If you open the chat, you can see a thingy.
X393 Z495.
Oh, it doesn't give coordinates in the chat anymore.
No.
Well, not for me anyway. Maybe for you. Because this way it's useful. You need coordinates. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I can see it.
There you've got the coordinates. 393 minus 495.
I think a little bit more this way. Yeah, that goes a little faster. So I guess in this direction we'll see. No. This can take a little while to get back there.
Oh, I was planning to go to my dad's place, but the weather's gonna be crap.
Did you guys have plans if you went there?
Nothing particularly, but my dad wants to watch Formula One. Tomorrow is going to be the qualification, and the day after is the race. But his buddy is also going to be there, so.
Okay.
And I can also talk about some stuff about the plans for the suit and some other stuff that's going on, which I cannot really go into details.
Secret things that are going on.
Well, it's not really a secret, but it's kind of depressing and kind of dark.
Oh.
And also very stressful. So I don't really want to talk about it.
I'm just gonna try
And I
to...
can't really say it on YouTube either because it will instantly be like a big no-no for YouTube.
Yeah.
Don't
YouTube,
worry, it's nothing illegal or anything. It's
YouTube
just
instant nukes the stream.
yeah, something like that.
How dare you speak its name? Okay, here we go. Whoop. Give me that. Alright, good. I got a boat now. That's gonna make it a little easier when we hit the water. If and when. Eh.
3 more months and then I finally get my vacation money.
Oh, yeah. And then the digging can commence in the floor in any case.
Yeah, stuff like that. Well, the first is like the power cable. I'll need to first see how long the cable needs to be.
Mm-hmm.
And then I can go from there because that cable is not gonna be cheap. And I'm not gonna break open my floor if I'm unable to pay for the repairs.
Yeah. You definitely want to fix it.
Yeah, I need cement at least. I already got like the sale for it, as in like from my old bedroom. I could just cut it up and put it down, so that's not going to be an issue. It's more of like I need to fill that hole that I'm gonna make with cement or concrete. But I haven't gotten that much information about it. I was actually planning on doing it today, but yeah, things went a little bit different than I expected. So I've been thinking about talking it with my dad over that kind of stuff. You know, it's like, hey, how can I do it? And he really thinks that I should have a crawl space. But yeah, if I do have a crawl space, I should be able to reach it if I just dig under the house. But I just don't know what to expect.
Yeah, most houses have a crawl space. Can't imagine that they fill the entire thing.
Well, it wouldn't surprise me. But yeah, the old tenants basically put the towels in, so yeah, I'm not sure how, what, where, but if they are allowed to do it, why am I not allowed to do it, you know? So
isn't the entrance to the crawl space usually near the front door? Like a hatch?
it should be, yeah, it should be, but they covered it with tiles. That's the thing.
They didn't leave a hatch.
That's not very smart.
That's a bit silly.
Ooh, there's a big...
Yeah, so that's the whole thing. And apparently, not all houses require a crawl space anymore. Like, there was this... Like, my dad looked it up, and apparently not all houses require a crawl space anymore. But they have to... they have to have a couple of check marks in order to not have a crawl space. Like, for example, like there needs to be like a condensealment something that the condense doesn't go through or something like that, that it starts to like have mold and that kind of stuff. Like it has to be completely closed off. And that kind of stuff. Like I haven't, yeah, they're all like regulations for that, but yeah, now I'm just starting to run it. Do I really have a crawl space or not? Like the landlord says I don't, but that's why I want to dig under the house to see if I can reach it or not. Because if I dig a hole and I cannot get under the house, well, then there's literally only one way to get there, and that's through breaking open the floor.
Yeah. But if you do...
And I won't hesitate to do it either.
Immediately breaks out the tools. Oh, I think I'm getting near the space now. Let's put
Like, I'd rather have a crack and a hole in my floor than not being able to pay the power bill.
Yeah, as long as you're aware when you leave, you have to have it in good order.
Well, I'm not planning to leave this apartment or this house for at least 10 more years.
Yeah, still. Then even after 10 years.
Yeah.
You might have to return it to its original state.
Well,
not in particularly.
A good state. Yeah. Used to be the original state, absolutely.
Yeah, but I can't put the original state back if I don't have the tiles for it. Like I can put new tiles in, that should suffice.
A good state. It needs to be in a good state.
Like even if it's a flat concrete floor, it should be fine.
Because it depends, of course, on the next people that are going to go in after you. If they're okay with the floor that you've put in, then usually it's okay to leave it. Normally.
Yeah, what he says is he's basically planning to leave it without a floor.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make it flat again. It's not like I'm gonna break open the floor and leave it. I'm gonna break open the floor and fill it up with concrete again.
Yeah. I understand.
But I'm also planning to put in a couple of tubes there. So I can put the cable through those tubes if I ever need to pull another or new wire.
That makes sense.
Because if I decide to leave, I can pull out the wire and I'll bring the cable with me. I'm one of those people. I pay for it, I'm gonna take it with me.
That's nasty.
Not without my cable. Instead of not without my daughter. Let's see.
So he plans to live there for 10 years at least, and then after 10 years, he's gonna pull out 10-year-old wiring.
Yep.
Take it with him.
It's ridiculous. Just charge the next occupant €100 and you're done.
Well, the thing is, the solar panels, if I ever decide to leave, I'm gonna take that with me as well. I'm not gonna leave it here. It's like I'm not gonna get any extra money for it.
You're gonna leave it. You're gonna try and get your money back from the next guys, and then get some new, more advanced stuff in your new place. That's
Yeah.
what you're gonna do.
By then they're 10
We'll
years
just
old.
have to wait and
So
see.
you wouldn't want
have to
10-year-old
wait and see.
solar panels.
It'll be a different world.
Might be a
But the
whole
thing
new
is, if
class
I-
out there.
If I leave this apartment or this house, and there's no immediate person to take it, like what happened with my old place, then I'm not gonna get anything for it. Like even the improvements that I did in the old apartment, I didn't get anything for it. Like I upgraded the electrical, and I didn't receive any money for that either. So anything that I do to improve the house and improve the value, I'm not going to gain anything from it. So I might as well take it with me.
Well, the landlord didn't ask you to do that, and they didn't pay you for it, so they're not going to see that as an improvement, I think.
Well, they're not gonna pay you for it, but it'll be, if it's like, part of the house, it's theirs,
It is.
basically.
Yeah, I even had to ask for permission for it because I upgraded it. Even with this house, when I upgraded the power electric with from one phase to three phase power, which is basically required in order to cook electric properly. It's an improvement in the house, and it makes the value of the house go up. But I still pay the same rent, and even I got a letter for it stating that, yeah, you're going to improve or make changes to the house, which probably increase the value. You will not get any compensation for it.
Yeah.
It's normal.
So if I leave, I might as well take it with me, because they won't take it.
Some things you're not allowed to take with you if it's part of the house. Like the electric. You're not allowed to take that with you, even if you put it in.
I'm allowed to take it out again. I just need to hire a person. I can change it back to one phase if I wanted to, and take the additional switches that is required for that with me as well if I wanted to, and put it back to the original state. I can do that. Like some of these switches, I'll definitely take with me because they're not cheap switches.
But they'll be obsolete in 10 years.
I'm not so sure about that. Like, these switches can last you for many, many years.
Ooh, boat. I think I've been there actually. Never mind.
Got another treasure map. Let's see. North to Alaska.
That's quite a distance. Let's see. Minus 495. Okay. And 393. We should be getting somewhere.
Oh yeah, I give my dad one of those P1 meters, and ever since he got one, he saved a lot of power and money. But he's like, God damn it, son, why? Every day I'm checking that stupid app and saving money and stuff like that and stuff, and now I'm so conscious about it, I can't live properly anymore.
Well, that's good then that you're saving money.
Yeah, I can imagine that.
Is that like something you connect between the power outlet and the device to see how much it uses, or what does it do?
When you're checking your power meter,
yeah,
there should be a little hole either on the bottom or on the side, depending on what type you have. If you have like a kind of like a black gray meter, it's usually on the bottom, on the front. And if you have a white meter, it's usually on the top right. And the problem with the white meters are, some of them do not provide power to the P1 meter. So you will have to buy an adapter in order to power that P1 meter. But the black one, depending on which version you have, should provide power to the P1 meter. And it basically, all it does, it reads out your active power usage, so what you're using right now, what you use per day, if you give back or take, and it will also read out your gas. So every 5 minutes, it will update your gas. And every second, it updates your power usage.
Oh, come on. Well, never mind. I'll grab it another time. That's fine.
Oh, here you are. There's your stuff.
Yeah, and then I died again. Alright, fun. We'll figure it out some other time. Maybe I'll take a quick screenshot of this. Hope that it's still there next week, and otherwise I'll just buy a bunch of new stuff. Could you get out of the way? Print screen. Alright. Fun. Well, there's a lot of drowned there, and one of them with those things, so it's not really a great spot to die. But I have a new death location map now, so I can do that next week. That's fun.
Probably not. It'll be reset by then.
Oh, well, then I'll just buy new stuff.
I'll try to find the location and gather it for you.
Only thing that I really want back is a shulker box, basically, because everything else is just basic stuff that I can pick up anywhere. Random stuff. Well, maybe the chest piece that I had from Verum, but even that's replaceable. So basically just a shulker box. And other than that, whatever, we'll see about that next week. Everything's replaceable in Minecraft anyway. So maybe I'll go look if the death location map still is valid next week. If there is a new resource world, who knows? And if not, we'll see what the location has instead. Hopefully less people throwing spears at me. It's always a good thing. So I'm gonna call it quits here today because it's almost 10 to 7. It's kind of late, so I need to walk dog and stuff like that. Inge might want to make some dinner. And
yep.
We're gonna get the weekend started. And Tuesday we'll be back with some Stardew Valley. Hopefully you guys will be there too for that. And if not, enjoy, I guess, whatever you're gonna be doing. Hope you have a nice weekend, guys, and see you next time. Bye-bye for now.
Bye-bye.
Have a great weekend. See you Tuesday.
Yep.